As we approach Thanksgiving, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue is warning everybody to be cautious when you cook those turkey meals for the turkeys that don't survive it. News 3's Kyle Wilcox joins us from the Fire Training Center. He's got some tips.
Fire officials say Thanksgiving is one of their busiest times, and it's not because they're feasting, it's because of cooking fires, especially when there's turkey fryers involved. Las Vegas Fire and Rescue showed us what happens when a frozen turkey is put into a fryer. You can see it right here. There were no flames and the bird didn't catch fire, but the oil did bubble up and overflow. But it can be a lot worse. Here's footage from last year's demonstration when a fire erupted shortly after the bird hit the oil. Listen to this stat. There are around 2,000 Thanksgiving fires a year nationally. That's according to the U.S. Fire Administration. Here's what you can do to be safe. Keep the fryer outside and at least 10 feet from your home. Always stay alert when cooking, and don't walk away from food while it's cooking.
Every single year there is more cooking fires on Thanksgiving than any other day. And I just want to reemphasize the point as well that it's being unattending or walking away from whatever it is that you're cooking, which is the largest contributor to that fire.
Cooking is the leading cause of fires and fire-related injuries here in Las Vegas, so make sure to take extra precautions when preparing food for the holidays.
This is quite the story. A local married couple to be, understandably, worried, freaking out, we'll say, when just 10 days before their big day, they were told the groom's custom-designed suit was lost in the mail. So what do you do when that happens? Where Arcade Demange explains how they were able to make it right.
The couple tells me that the groom's suit should have been delivered to their home by UPS, but instead UPS delivered it to Amazon and then deemed it lost.
I mean, it's the most optimistic version of humanity for the future that you can get, and it's great. We watch it every day. We watch Star Trek every day.
Star Trek superfans Ian and Lily decided it was a must to incorporate their love for the science fiction series into their special day.
We decided that I could get a Star Trek outfit for the wedding. So we picked one out and I found on Etsy.
The designer made this suit for the groom and a second for his best man.
The person that made this, she nailed it.
But 10 days before the wedding, Ian and Lily got word that the package was missing.
I ordered it on Etsy and UPS delivered it to Amazon's warehouse instead of my apartment. It was pretty frustrating to have to figure it out.
Luckily, after a few tweets from the designer, Amazon's operation manager, Brooke Periton here in Las Vegas, stepped in to help.
I knew that it was a custom wedding outfit. The help team had let me know that, and I knew he couldn't just run down to Macy's or run down to Nordstrom and grab a new suit. So I was like, all right, listen, we can't let this guy not get married in his custom outfit. So I figured we'd go ahead and put a smile on his face.
She hand-delivered the package with the suit to Ian's home.
I felt relieved, yeah. Yep, I knew he was worried about it, but sure am grateful to the people at Amazon that delivered it and found it for us.
And their wedding turned out beautiful. And again, Amazon should have had nothing to do with that package delivery. It was mistakenly delivered to their warehouse.
That we've been keeping tabs of. And anyone who's been on top of the local housing market knows that we've seen home values go up, thanks in large part to a low inventory. But what you may not know is it's also having a snowball effect and fueling higher rent prices as well. Our Steve Wolford gives us a closer look at what's happening.
Homeowners have had a very good run recently with property values going through the roof. But as homes become more expensive to own, it's driving more people into the rental market, and that in turn is driving up rent.
It's a real tight market in Vegas.
Molly Basil is principal economist at CoreLogic, which crunches housing data from across the U.S. And compared to rents rising 10% nationally from September 2020 to September of 21, she says our tight market is putting an even bigger squeeze on anyone looking to rent a single-family home.
Rents in Las Vegas were up 16% in September from a year ago. Vegas has had some pretty strong rent growth. Even during the pandemic, rents were still growing pretty strongly in Vegas.
And just as home values are pushed higher by a low inventory for houses for sale in the Las Vegas market, Basil says it creates more demand in the rental market.
You have a very tight for sale market. So you have people who are looking for things to buy and they can't find them. So then they go to the rental market.
There's also the additional migration from out of state that began during the pandemic, when many people out of work needed a less expensive place to live.
Vegas has some pretty low priced rentals compared to a lot of other places in the country. So it's been a very popular destination.
And adding more fuel to this high rent perfect storm, CoreLogic stats show that more Nevadans are going back to work as our economy recovers, with unemployment plunging from 30% in April of 2020 to 8.5% now.
Another way to look at economic growth is how many jobs were recovered since the pandemic. You look at what was lost in March and April of last year, you've regained 68% of those jobs. So that's really what's helping push rents up.
So what needs to happen for the rent to cool off on single-family homes? Well, the simple answer is more housing needs to be built in the valley. Unfortunately, that's not likely to happen anytime soon.
Hi, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.